Hi, my name is Jason Huett. I'm the founder of Collaborative Commercial, a commercial real estate and business brokering firm here in Madison, Wisconsin. And thanks for checking out this video. Today, I'm going to do a deep dive into how I filled a commercial space that I own in just 5.5 weeks. So if you are a property owner or investor, or maybe you're a real estate professional yourself, hopefully you'll find some value and some fresh ideas in this video. So I'll give you just a little bit of background. I've been in marketing. I've worked as a fractional chief marketing officer for the past 6 years, but I've been in marketing for 20. And what attracted me to the real estate business is the fact that it's a very traditional business in the sense that the strategies and tactics, aside from the internet allowing us to put listings online, really hasn't changed all that much. Another kind of curiosity that I had is in the neighborhood that my building's in, there are a lot of vacant properties, and these properties would sit open for 12, 24, 36 months. And I was very curious about how an owner could weather that storm. That's a long time to have a vacancy. And so that is what originally inspired me to go into this business. Was I knew that with data and analytics and marketing strategy and digital marketing, that we didn't need to depend on these passive methodologies of finding tenants, where you list the property on a site and just kind of wait for things to happen. And I'm oversimplifying a little bit, but that in essence is kind of what happens. So my approach is very proactive. Don't believe in waiting for the right tenant to come through. I believe that if we use data and analytics, we can find those people and communicate very effectively with them. So on to how I did this. So this space, just to give you some background, it's a 7,000 square foot industrial flex space. So retail in the front, party in the back. It's a great property, a nice exterior site as well. And early in my career, I bought the building when I was running martial arts schools. I had my martial arts school there. I later sold that business, and new owner came in. I retained ownership of the building, and the new owner grew the business there. So this particular tenant, they had a 5-year lease. They were a great tenant, good friend, business associate, and they had a 6-month renewal clause. In other words, they needed to give 6 months notice if they were going to renew, which they did. And then lo and behold, 2 months prior to the actual official renewal of the lease, they came to me and said, "Hey, we're not going to renew." So you may be thinking, well, why didn't you take them to court? And as you know, in business, you have to make very subjective decisions. And this one was a good friend of mine. So I decided that wouldn't be the right move. So I was left with this empty building, and there's never a good time for that. But I made it my goal to find a tenant. I had an 8-week window. That was really my goal, and managed to do it in about 5.5 weeks. So let's dive into how I went about doing that. So if you listen to any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm really big on data. And I'm also very big on marketing strategy. So for this particular project, I leveraged 3 types of data. One is intent data. The second is interest data. And the third is behavioral data. So let me just do a quick overview of what that means. So behavioral data is perhaps the strongest data. And behavioral data, the reason that it's powerful and that marketers love to use it is because there's history behind it. So if someone buys a car, there's history of that car purchase. That is behavioral data. If someone visits a website, that event is behavioral data. There's a black and white. And so behavioral data is very powerful for that reason. And it's the preferred type of data. The second is intent data. So intent data is, I always call it kind of the crystal ball. If I'm in the market for cars, I'm maybe Googling car websites, dealerships. That becomes intent data. It gives us an indication that this person is perhaps looking for a vehicle or car. In the example I'm giving for property, it was real estate. They had intent data related to real estate. Um, and then the third is interest data. Interest data is not quite as powerful as the other two, but interest data is still useful. And that is we can tap information related to someone's interests. So, for instance, if they're interested in travel, that is interest data. If they like reading books, that is interest data. Now, I don't have time in this video to go into how we go about lassoing all of that up. That would be a long video, but just know that those were the three types of data that I pulled in. And then what I did was I created messaging based upon the type of tenant that I wanted. In this case, I needed a fitness tenant. So I crafted very carefully robust marketing strategy and plan to get in touch with those people. And within just a couple of weeks, I had generated interest. Now, I'll also note it was interesting because as I'm doing this, I got approached by a broker who proposed, he found someone that wanted to lease the space for 7 years. I was very, very excited about that. But it was a new entrepreneur, and I knew that the chances of a new entrepreneur making it 7 years is very, very small. And so for that reason, I declined that and I decided to market the property on my own. All right, that's a lot of information. So, if you are a tenant and you're looking for representation, maybe you just need someone to help you negotiate, because I've been on that side. We'd love to help you do that. And likewise, if you're a landlord or you're a property owner or investor and you believe in what you're hearing and you like this approach, but you just don't know how to implement that, I'd love to talk with you as well. Feel free to click the link or check out collaborativecommercial.com and have a wonderful day.